everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Wednesday! Welcome to the midweek Hazel Monday. We're back. How are you guys? Hello, Scarlet, Octopixie, BCC Big Apple, Acer. Welcome, guys. Cleared up my PC. Games run smoothly now. I can actually play WoW. Congratulations. Nothing like a nice declutter. You know, digital, closets, brain, memories. Hello, Hazel in chat. Hi, Hazel. That was supposed to be a hose, by the way, just like a water thing. Nearly level 70. Oh, you're almost there. Good morning. I was just checking my auctions because my mail. I saw that I had some on this character. Today, I am here for pets, and pets alone. All other objectives are not meaningful to me on this particular day. I can make more gold selling this to a vendor. Oh my goodness. I am going to get more pets. I have, here, let's log on to one of these characters. This one, she can finish Welp daycare today. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,640 something. Just hit 31 on hardcore, highest I've gotten, so it's spooky. Spooky for a spooky season. Congratulations. That's very impressive. Nice. What's the gearing thing for level 70s again? So there's like a bunch of different stuff you can do. I would start with the newest stuff and work your way backwards. So I would start with Dream Surges. And then... Is Time Rifts valid for alt gearing? It has alt gear. Is it a good way to gear alt? I don't know. Researchers Under Fire. There's basically events that are on the clock. Wowhead might have timers, although they're pretty straightforward timers. But Dream Surges is where I would begin, because you're gonna get like a free champion piece, and then you can grind out and purchase. Yeah, I would do Dream Surges because you can grind out Coalescence and then buy straight. What are they? Veteran pieces? Something good. All right, so I have the final Welp daycare quest. I'm pretty sure we're doing the last pet battle for the last Welp, and I think after this we're gonna get Posidris. If she told me how to pronounce her name, or if they told me how to pronounce her name, I was not listening. It's a bit rude of me. This way, and then I want to check the Welp daycare to see after that if there's any of these 4 dailies available, because I need to do those for Welp. There it is, which is an achievement that will give me a pet if I can finish it. I also need to drink a lot of coffee. Well, not a lot of coffee. I've got a full cup of coffee, and I want to drink it before it gets cold. I never understood how to unlock Researchers Under Fire. You can just go. You do not need to unlock anything. It starts every half hour past the hour, so like 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, etc. It starts in the Zaralek caverns. You can just kind of go to this thing in the middle whenever that happens and look for a finder group for researchers. Get into one of those and you're going to be off and away. Ideally, if you drop by Loam and you pick up... And I don't know if it'll give it to you if you've never done any of it before. If you could pick up the Loam Rep Weekly, that's also good. But even without it, you'll get gear from researchers. I've gone too far. Too far. Turn around. Beep, 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 beep. I think we need to do some degree of a pet battle, and they want Somnius. They want Somnius on my team. Pet journal. Somnius was the bear, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do. Hope you feel better this week. Thank you. I'm feeling dramatically recovered. Honestly, Sunday after stream was over, what did I do? I just remember I ended up kind of like, I think I was cleaning. I might have begun vacuuming again. I do that lately. And then it occurred to me that I was just feeling quite recovered. My appetite came back. I got hungry like all at once. So I'm doing good. Alcarva, thank you very much for the 10-month resub. I hate that I need my week order to remember when a certain event fires. Yeah, there's a lot of them. It's a bit much for anybody. I guess I'm glad that they didn't make them super necessary for like an end game rating character, so you can more or less let him slide. There we go. Oh, poor Somnius. I guess he's just taking a nap. Reached level 2. They must have changed it at some point. I remember pets, and maybe I'm thinking of Pokemon, but I remember them not getting experience if they died during the battle, and that seems to be no longer the case. Shall we hearth back to Valdrakken? Every hour, 90 minutes in the hour, half hour alternating, who knows? Dream searchers and researchers under fire. There's also the Frank Assault, which is weekly. So once a week you can go to wherever the Farak Assault is. You can do some quests there if you want, but the main thing is to kill the boss whenever the bar fills. And then to loot the chest, which involves just a lot of looting keys and then opening chests that have bigger keys in them. And that'll give you some gear as well. But honestly, Dream Surges will do you just fine. You can ignore basically everything else if you want and just grind Coalescence and buy gear off the vendor, and that'll do great. That'll be good for you. Because we've got another patch at some point. So you're just getting yourself dressed until, you know, dressed for school. Hello, Hazel and Chat. Hello, Saga. Good afternoon or evening to you. Okay. There we go. We got an achievement for that. Oh, a title. I'm the Welp Tender. Well, that's all right. I suppose I can wear that. The Welp Tender? No, just Welp Tender. It's basically a really fancy dragony way of saying babysitter, which I'm here for. Welp Tender. Yeah, there it is. That's how the alphabet works. We got it. Let's check out our new pet. The one thing about these whelps, I mean, there's a few things about them, but they're huge. They're massive. Oh, it's in my bag still. Whoopsies. There we go. Call Posidris so you can have Posidris. You can have adventures together. They are large. They're such large whelps. I wonder what they're feeding them up here. I guess I know what they're feeding up here. I've been fetching it from the cheese vendor this whole time. It goes before your name. I am Welp Tender's Elixir at the present. Miss Kira, would you like to come sit on a lap, perhaps? They are cute. I'm level 70. Congratulations. Little Rathdruid, now 52, embarked in the Plaguelands. Random Dungeon Finder, and yeah, there's a collection journal. I feel like the Toys journal was patched in. I swear that wasn't in Wrath. I think that's something they've added to Wrath Classic. That's allowed. Alright. Well. Lovely. I'm looking for Dignified Disguises, Cozy Camouflage, Zaleth on the Go, or Pole Position. Whenever I can't decide how to pronounce something, I just split the difference and I change it so that I'm never always right and I'm never always wrong. I've done that one already, so I don't need to do that. I just want to do all of them at least once. Arts and crafts and baths is certainly not happening. What about over here? What do you have for me? Oh, excuse me. Here, have some beacon. Have some beacon from the beyond. There we go. Nothing cleans up stickiness like a pair of gates to the void to redirect the orbit of Anshul the Cosmic Wanderer. That'll do it. Scanning the stacks. No. We've done that one already. I think we're out of luck. I think I just need to check this every day to see that it's done. It would be too easy if I was able to do this on alt, say. Like, my alts would probably... Can you just do Welp? I mean... Now that I'm done, will the Herald from the Little Scales daycare stop following me on my other characters? Maybe that's a possibility. Here, morning and evening all. Hi. Dream Surge farming world quests and stuff. You're gonna get coalescence from the world quests, from the rares, from the portals that spawn every half hour? Every half hour, I believe. And then also, there's green stuff in the zone. So you can loot special green plants. You can fly through green orbs in the sky. You can just kind of like do laps and grab green stuff, and that'll work as well. That'll get you started at. Kitty, do you want to say hi? Hello. Good morning. You have a good breakfast? I realized last night that we were out of cat food, and not just like at the bottom of the container or I only have one reserve bag left, but we were like out. So you had your dinner, but then this morning I got up not extra early. I got up at 7:30. Let's not pretend like this was some big accomplishment. But we went to the store. I say we, you didn't come with me. I went shopping and I got you some extra. So we have some reserve and you had some fresh food and you had a really yummy breakfast, huh? Miss Kira's very particular that her food not be stale. She will honestly vomit if the food is even remotely stale. So you got to be really careful with making sure that any open bags are sealed, that I'm only buying the smallest possible size of bag. I found a food that she likes, and she does well on it whenever it's fresh. And she's had this problem with multiple different foods, so I don't think it's specific to one. But she needed some fresh stuff, so it was an emergency mission this morning. Where am I going? I had some notions about going to the Zaralek caverns. There's 3 pets. Here's 3 pets that are in there that are rare spawns that I don't have. I have 1,648 pets. That's my current number, is 1648. Let's head to the Zaralek caverns and poke around. I want to work on wild pets today, I think. So let me get my wild pet catch team ready to go. Wild pet capture. We've got Moose, which is Milo, which is a dog pet with a Howl Super Bark combo. He takes the position of Grumpy, and then just some random big punchers for the back line to clean anything up. Hi Hazel, how are you? Hello Jake, I'm doing well. How are you? I can relate. Who prefers stale food anyway? I'm pretty sure Moose would eat anything. I've yet to find anything that is remotely organic that when you offer it to him, he will not consume. He had some celery recently, little pieces of celery. And so it was a bowl that had some steamed carrots and celery. And he snarfs down the carrots because he loves them. We've established this. And then he's like looking at the celery like, what is this? And then he takes a piece of it and he like looks around to see if anybody's watching. And then he like shuffles it back to his bed and he lays down, pops it in front of him and stares at it like, what is it? And then he like tries it for a bit and he decides that he likes it. And then he goes back and he gets another piece and he takes it back to his bed. He likes to hoard his treasures. He's a goofy boy. I have a vault. I didn't log on yesterday. I was doing other things yesterday, presumably. I don't need to be in holy spec, but I'll do it anyways. Make sure I don't ever save money buying bigger containers. Yeah, I think if I wanted to buy cat food in bulk, I would need this. The very simple solution is I would need more cats to help finish the food before it has a chance to become stale. Kira does dry food only. She does dry food only. She didn't really want wet food, which I've heard is very strange for cats. She had to have wet food when her teeth were out, when she had her dental surgery, and she was miserable. It was really hard to get her to eat. 1 or more vaults? I'm assuming 1. We'll find out. Try lemon peel. He's found orange peels on the street, and I haven't let him eat them because they're not food. 444 myth gloves. Delightful. Yes, this will work wonderfully. I can catalyze those, and I shall have some 444 tier gloves. Good stuff. Go team. Good job. That's from, we did an 8, oh yeah, we shuffled our way through an 18 key, that's right. So I have an 18 Nelth layer is my current key for the week. I might do it, I might not, who's to say. I'm gonna catalyze those before I forget, but then we're gonna go looking for pets. I am in favor of spaying and neutering cats and dogs. I did not do a Saturday news video this week. I took a sick week. Accidentally bought a 30-pound bag of food. I only have 1 cat. It was such a boomer move of me. Oh man, Katie's just getting. I mean, I know not really, but just getting chunky bowls for a while. Makes a lot of noise when I'm prepping wet food. Then doesn't even have 1 bite. Tried so many brands and flavors, just doesn't care for it. Speaking of shuffle, yes. What is it? Oh, because my vault might have, my druid will have a vault. That's a good point. That is a good point. She probably does have a vault. We should check that. Should I? I guess so. I hadn't thought of it. Oh, the time rift is over. It's over. I've missed it. Never mind. Also, that's not what I'm doing. Time rift is technically, you could construe it as pet farming. There are still a couple pets I need from time rifts. But it's not the pet farming that I'd like to do today. On a scale of 1 to super lost. Oh, no, I'm not lost. We're fine. We found it, right? This looks promising. Yeah. please catalyze my new gloves? Thank you. 3, 2, 1. Deer gloves! Oh, I got some appearance. I wonder how I'm doing on... Hermits! We should just leave those. That's perfect. I wonder how I'm doing on the sets, on the presets. So I've got gaps in the mythic set. I've got gaps in all of the sets, if we're being honest. It's a good set. Okay. All right, so that was one thing. I had some designs on the Zaralek caverns, but let's log on to my druid and check that vault. Evil evening gloves. Moose is already neutered. The shelter had it done before they finalized her adoption. I'm very against declawing cats. It's like having a joint of your finger removed. It's really cruel. It's illegal in many places because it's just a horrible thing to do. Cats can also, when they don't have their claws, they can become bitier because they feel like they don't have any defense. They have to jump straight to biting because they don't have claws. It's a terrible idea. Bumpstock, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. I will say that if you're getting a cat and you're worried about your furniture, first of all, you need to consider how important a cat is to you versus your furniture, because maybe you just don't, maybe you don't need a cat. Or maybe your furniture will come and go and it could be damaged, and that's okay. Or maybe there's also things you can do. There are products you can get that cover the furniture. I have a cover over my entire couch because the cat and the dog were both destroying it. So I have like a big cover over the whole thing so they can tear away that instead. There are like scratching posts that you can get that like kind of cover up sections of the couch that the cat likes. There's different things that you can do to help encourage a cat to scratch on their post instead of in the furniture, but certainly not decline. What was I doing? I was checking my druid's vault. Yes, you can trim their nails, which is a completely different thing. You can cut their nails with nail trimmers. It's easier if you train them or teach them when they're young if you handle their paws and you give them lots of treats and positive reinforcement to let them know that it's a nice thing. They'll let you handle their paws and trim their nails. And that does make life nicer for everybody because that's less stabbing when you jump up. Hey. Also, the other reason to trim your cat's nails, and I don't know if other people's cats do this, but this one certainly does. If her nails are too long and they're too sharp, especially her back feet, when she's scratching herself, she'll actually cut herself, and then she gets scabs all around like her neck and behind her ears because she scratches too hard. So I try my best to keep her nails dull via the clippings so that she doesn't scratch up your lovely skin, honey. You don't have to itch that hard. I know you don't have fleas. We checked. Very nice date with an astrophysicist. Was out of this world. Joke not as good as the date. I think it's a pretty good joke. Oh, that's wonderful. I was opening a vault, right? Maybe I didn't have one. Who's to say? Certainly doesn't look like there's a vault there, does it? Who knows when days fit into times? No, I don't have a vault. Let's do some pet collecting. Yeah, I had pretty good luck with redirecting Miss Kira to scratch on her post. Whenever she started to scratch something that wasn't the right thing, I would pick her up and I would take her to the post and I would put her paws on it, and then she would be like, fine, and then she would do it, and eventually she would just go start seeking it on her own. But yeah. I have a teething puppy, so my I've made my peace with the fact that sometimes furniture gets damaged, and that's okay. My table legs and chair legs have been distressed in a very exclusive, one-of-a-kind treatment by Moose. Not just anybody can have that done. I try not to let him do it because apparently, I didn't know this, the vet was telling me, when their puppies and their adult teeth are first coming in, They're actually hollow, the vet was telling me. So they're more prone to breaking when they're really young if they're chewing on very hard things. He said not to let him have any like nyla bones, anything like that at this point in his life. And that's a problem because he likes to walk up to solid wood and go ang, 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 because he's teething. So I'm trying to trade him out for things that are a little bit softer. Because the poor boy's trying to get his molars through, but I definitely don't want him to crack any of them because that's going to hurt. Pretend to scratch my nails in the post. Oh yeah, I do that too. Moose likes to chew on scratching posts. Not like for a long time, but he'll kind of like put his mouth on it and then go, huh, is this what this is for? I like to think that he's a cat enthusiast. He's a cat culture appreciator. He's just trying to get to the bottom of what's all going on with it. Frozen carrots help. Frozen carrots give him bum problems. We've learned this one. Steamed carrots good, although obviously not good for teething. But if they're frozen, it doesn't. We can't do that one for Mr. Moose. It may work good for other dogs. Different animals are different. My baby is getting so big. He's such a big, fluffy muffin. Kong things for puppies are pretty nice. Mm-hmm. He likes his Kong if it has food in it. If the Kong is devoid of food, he is devoid of interest. Espio, the thing, just imagine that you're going in, somebody decided they don't want you to scratch something. So they take you to the surgeon and they take the top knuckle off of all of your fingers. And you don't feel a thing because you're under anesthesia. Think about what that might do to your mood afterwards for the rest of your life when you are missing a knuckle because someone decided they don't want you to maybe scratch something. We're not going to talk about it anymore, but it's a terrible, terrible thing to do. Please don't do it. What is a Kong? A Kong is a rubber... I guess they're made of rubber. I don't actually know. It's like a rubber... kind of looks like a beehive toy. It's hollow on the inside, so some animals will just chew on them. You can stuff them with various food or chews or treats for them to try to get out. And they're very durable. They're known for being very rugged and hard to destroy, even with dogs that like... I mean, they can be destroyed, but depends on the dog. Most dogs are never going to mutilate a Kong. I'm looking for... What am I looking for? That's a good question. I want to pull up Simple Armory. Pup learned to spike the Kong on the floor to get the food out. Moose will do that too. He'll flip it. He's discovered the power of gravity for extricating things. So if you can't get something out of a thing, his move is to fling it and or flip it. It's pretty funny and also a little dangerous if it's a heavy thing. We're looking for battle pets here. This button. There we go. You can see my Simple Armory now. So, I am missing one from the Unknown Plains. This one I'm going to go for last because it was not going well for me. So I'm going to... it was not going well for me, so I'm going to save it for later. Either Lithandale, Deep Ridger, or Sunglow Cobra. Let's start with the one on the left, eh? It's a birdie. It spawns down there and down there. These are a bit rare. Found a macro for targeting the 4 pets that helped me immensely. Sure, yeah, let's grab that. Catch one of these pets, remove it from the macro. Sign up for different groups. Share spawns with a rock martin. Killing rock martins allowed a Lithandale to spawn. Can't believe they are still enforcing this toxic design. Yeah. That's games. Alright. Let's make that macro. Do we have enough room? Yeah, we got lots of room. Find rare pets. What's a good icon? I like the hyena. I've always kind of liked the hyena. I saw Giggler in Desolus in Classic recently, and I had some nostalgia for him. Anyone having issues with Pepperhammer? I don't know if I've ever done that quest. Hi Hazel, how are you today? Hi Doom Goddess, I'm doing well. How are you? How does a hyena laugh? You want an impression? Oh man. Some Disney flicks that might help you with that. So, well, let's put it on a mouse button. Let's put it on 3. And let's kind of do a lap around. I suppose I've got all the different pets in my macro now, so I don't have to specifically target Lithandale. There's so many rares. It's a Caracta. Caracta's actually up. I suppose if Caracta's up and right in front of me. I don't have the Caracta mount, so I would be doing myself a disservice to not try. Let's make a group. Anybody, North America Alliance, start a group. Caracta, war mode off. Brand new group if anyone else also still needs this mount. I'm gonna get in Shadow Spec. Watched Encanto the other day, very cute. As much as I prefer the 2D style, it was amazing. I love that film. I've seen it twice, which, considering how long it's been out, is kind of a lot for me. It's so good. It's so good. Just got back into doing pet battles. I've slacked a bit in Dragonflight, but I used to be pretty diligent about keeping up with collecting and leveling all of the pets that were available. Should I spend some profession knowledge just to make that pop-up go away? Let's, yeah, resourcefulness. Hard to go wrong with that. And then, what about enchanting? Anything? 4 enchanting points. What was I doing? Inspiration? With enchanting? Seems kind of strange. Resourcefulness. Everybody loves resourcefulness. That's always going to be good. Alright. Do people open groups for them? Oh, for the next dream search. Sometimes. I've not joined a dream search group. That I recall. I think I usually just kind of go to the portal and make it work with whoever's around. Yeah, it had great music. I rewatched Guardians of the Galaxy last night. I was wanting to put on a movie, and I saw it, and I committed. It was fun. I need to just let go of needing to like everything about a movie in order to enjoy it, and just kind of watch it, and then have watched it, and then have that be okay. I've gotten a bit judgy in my years, and I think that's interfering with my ability to just enjoy things. Hearthing to Veldraken, heading to the caverns, be there in a minute or so. Oh, thank you. Streamer named Voxy tried Hearthstone. Game has a weasel card. Voices a breathy weasel-like laugh, not dissimilar to the laugh of Voxy. 1 second here. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh, you waited, thanks. I'm gonna invite the rest of the people. I guess I don't need to delist. That was really nice of you. You're full of rare. Best raid ever. Oh, T&E, thanks for the raid. Sorry about that. I had an errand that couldn't wait. Redid this bird. Kira's stalking it. I could go for a little bird on the BRB screen. All right. Here, I'll delist now so people have time to get here, and then we can, Welcome, Raiders, to Kira's stream. Level 441 rogue. 0 eyesight, cranks DPS. Do you think she's a demon hunter now because of the eye thing? Hardly panting in all sports seems to do something. Yeah. Ah, well. What do you do? Instructing Kingfisher to take the lead. I'm pulling the rear. Man. Thanksgiving was so nice. It was so good. I made the Mulgore spice bread again. It's become my Thanksgiving bread. That is the annual one. It's, I burned it. On the bottom, I cooked it on a pan and it stuck to the pan, which it's never done before. And the pan was too hot and it made the bread burn on the bottom, but the rest of it was still so good. And it wasn't like charred, it was just kind of dark. And you know what? It wasn't underbaked. It was fully baked bread. But people still liked it. And my mom made cheesecake. She has sacrificed everything. What have you given? I give fresh kibble from store. Man, it's not every day. I drive my car twice in one day before like 10 a.m. No. Yeah, well. Yeah. Good luck, everybody. Thanks, team. All right. Well, that was one. I am not getting distracted. I am not getting distracted. I am not getting distracted. I am not going to log on to the rest of my characters in search of Karate groups and spawns and all of them. That's not what I'm doing today. Instead, I am going to look for these rare pets that I want to catch. That's what I'm doing. Tomorrow, I'm getting donuts. Ooh, what kind of donuts? And pizza. It sounds like a birthday. Can I have some cheesecake too? It was over underbaked because the bottom burned, you get it. It was over oven baked is what it was. Oh dear. What is the finest type of donuts? And why is it crullers? I like lots of donuts, but those are the premier one. Plain donut, chocolate frosting, and sprinkles. Oh. Does your mom want to adopt another daughter? I'm pretty sure I could get my mom to agree since it's cheesecake. No one makes cheesecake quite like my mom. My mom doesn't, I don't know if she considers herself to be like a really good cook. I hope she does because she's amazing. It's incredible. Oh yeah, we're just going to do laps and spam this macro. That's what we're going to do. I like cream donut. Jellies, obviously. Jelly's pretty good. If I had a really good jelly or a jam, like a homemade blackberry one, currant jam, I would want it on like a fresh scone with a cup of tea. It's a bit rich, but delicious. Saint 14, thank you very much for the 10-month resub. Hello. How are you? It's too early for us to be speaking of food. It is too early. That's not what we're doing today. We can do that later when it's almost lunchtime. I think I'm still full from dinner last night. We got Afghan food, which I'd not ordered before, and it was really good. I wish I remembered the names of the things that I had, but they were tasty. Favorite donuts are glazed donuts from my hometown. I also had I ordered dessert from them. It was like a custard with pistachios and cardamom and probably something else, but those are the flavors that I remember. And it was served with like little pastries that you could dip into it. And holy moly, that was good, but it was a large serving. I think you're supposed to split it amongst like a lot of people. And I was mostly eating it by myself, and it occurred to me at a certain point that I was basically eating a bowl of cream. I didn't quite finish it, but it was so tasty. Describe what you had. I betcha I could Google it. There was 3 different dishes. One of them was like dumplings with Afghan chives stuffed into them, and then like a yogurt sauce and then a dipping sauce. They kind of reminded me a bit of tortellini in just like the texture of them. And then the other ones were, it was a street food. It might have been called bologna or something similar to that. And it was, we got one stuffed with pumpkin and squash, and then one stuffed with lentils, and then also, again, various dipping yogurt sauces and dipping sauces. It was amazing. It was very filling. I'm, again, still full from yesterday, but I was glad I tried something new because I hadn't had that before. Prefer carrot cake. Oh, carrot cake with the cream cheese frosting is pretty best. So if I wanted to specifically target Lithandale, I might go down and look for rock martins and just kill them. I might do that. Let's make a second macro, or adjust this macro. / target rock martin, because I want to just find the critters and the pets for that specific one. We can also keep the other. We can keep the other the other, whatchamacallit, pet names in the find macro. That's fine. But if I find any rock martins, I'd like to slay them in efforts to get the pet that I need to spawn. Oh, so there's a rock martin, and it is there. Rest in peace. Happy Halloween. Oh, I should probably do like a not dead in that macro, eh? Let's see here. Find / tar. What did it? Bracket not dead? Bracket? Will that work? Maybe. We'll see if it actually finds another living one. I believe that I need to check the map again, actually, for Lithandale. That would help. If the Phoenix pet is on your to-do list, the inner dash from Unguro has less competition these days. Oh, nice. That'll be really good. It is on the list. It is on the list. I don't know if it's going to make today's list, though. So there's a rock martin there. Also hollow moths. I'm assuming, which we all know what you say about assuming, but if I had to guess, I would say that these rare pets are frontline only. Why do I guess that? What makes me think that? So, can I kill that? I can kill that. I don't need to battle it. I can just Shadow Word Paint it. Happy Halloween. Hey there, hope you're well. Hello! Hello. I'm good. I'm good. I hope you're well also. Hollow Moth, Rock Martin. Okay, so it's finding... Well, maybe I just broke the macro, actually, by adding the not dead thing in it. Did I say not dead? I meant to say no dead. Yeah, let's try that. It's not a sentence, it's a macro. Let's try that. Yeah, that works better. Okay. So... As a teen, I would walk to the donut shop before dawn to get a couple dozen fresh donuts for my family. Been loving your hardcore content. Motivated me to hit 60 in my pally yesterday. Holy smokes, congrats! Had a pair of those in the 90s rock martins. Oh, I get it. Although the no dead thing certainly doesn't work. Let's not fret. Let's not worry about it. I want to look at the map, actually. I want to have a little look-see Slapwing. I want to look at the map. So, Lithandale. There's a bunch of coordinates. There's 2 different places. There's this spot kind of down here. I'll show you what I'm looking at. You can kind of loop around the left side. What would you call that? West? The west side of this structure and then around. You could also check up. How would I characterize that? I don't know, by the river. Up by the river where the shrimps are. I don't know if there's shrimps there. There might be lobsters. So we went up by this formation. There's a rock martin. We don't need those. They are frontline. Could you change your title to be Slaughterer of Pets? But I mean, then it wouldn't be a surprise. I feel very... you know that feeling where you're going to watch a movie in the theater, maybe, and you have a shirt that is the same, like, property as the movie? Like, maybe you wore your Star Wars shirt to go see Star Wars or something. That's how I feel. I'm wearing my Alliance shirt and I'm playing my gnome. I didn't donate all of my WoW shirts, but I definitely rotated them into one of my storage bins because I didn't really feel like wearing them, but I figured I might one day feel like wearing them again. But this is the one that I kept out because it's just a really comfy shirt. I've had this one for probably 6 years or more. But I like the heathered shirts. They tend to be pretty comfy. Fiery lobsters. Thanks for showing off catching Lord Stantley the other day. Spotted the top hat. Got one for myself. Nice. I felt much better about it once I realized I didn't need to get the clacking claw myself and that I could buy them. I don't have any current plans to do that achievement, but if I did, I would feel better knowing I could just buy those for gold and not have to worry about it. Aquapo. Is Aquapo a pet? Patron. Aquapo. Yeah, Aquapo's a pet. How much health do you have? 13 million. Okie dokie. I don't know if anybody does groups for these, but I'm gonna start one just in case there's any interest. Aquafawn. War mode off. Drops. Pet. Wow. So exciting. You gotta advertise, you know. Consolo of trust. What did you hate about Guardians of the Galaxy? I think hate's a strong word. A very strong word. I just didn't quite click with the fantasy of it as well, I suppose. The characters didn't resonate the same way that they did in 2014 for me. You can buy the claw. They're a couple $100 gold, but you can buy them on the auction house, yeah. What percentage of the time do you turn your shirts inside out before washing them? 5%? A pretty low percent. In theory, for my vintage shirts that I really like, I will do that. In practice, part of why I buy really old shirts is because I want to just like wash them and move on with my life. And any wear and tear is just kind of part of the story of life. It is inevitable, and I've accepted it. So I just kind of wear my shirts. I fold them and put them away in the drawer. I think it helps that the vintage shirts that I collect aren't typically hyper expensive ones. I'm not collecting like old band t-shirts or anything really rare. I like vintage wildlife t-shirts, which are there's a lot of them, so they don't tend to cost stupendous amounts of money. And I have a fair level of confidence that even if I wear them to shreds, I could probably source more of them throughout my earthly lifespan without having a real supply issue. And even if I couldn't, I could probably find something else to wear, so I just kind of wash them. Being overly dramatic for comedic effect. Oh, I see. Would it be fair to call them vintage dad shirts? Type of shirts most dads would pick up. I think they're shirts that dads, I don't know who owned them before. It could have been any variety of people, but I'm sure some of them were previously owned by dads and then donated to the thrift shops at the behest of someone who was decluttering. Or just because dad decided he didn't want to wear it anymore. If you're going to keep watching them, be aware, Guardians 3 will have some scenes you will absolutely hate. Oh! What makes you think that? What about it won't be up my alley? Ujai means cry at it. Yeah, I don't know if I was going to continue the rewatch. I suppose I could. You good? Hairball? Sneeze? Sometimes my dog will go achoo and I'll go just to make him feel less alone. You good? Kitty's just on the chair. Okay. We have some people here. Woo! Ready. Off and away. Thanks for coming. Here. Oh, I've power-infused the hunter. Well, I hope they have a good time. Rarity says it's a 5% chance. It could be true. Animal cruelty. Oh, I see. Mom decided Dad didn't want to wear it anymore. I always thought that was a bit... I mean, every family and every relationship has their own thing, and that's fine. And I totally understand wanting people to have or wear, like, occasion appropriate clothes. So if you're showing up in your basketball shorts and your old ripped stained t-shirt to like the fundraiser, then maybe you need to have something different to wear to that. But there's plenty of occasions in life where the main goal with your clothes is to have you be comfortable with yourself and not naked. And I think that's a very individual thing that we shouldn't be deciding for each other. No luck there. Formula Titan Training Matrix 5. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, thanks. What if it's a fashion statement? The nudity or... Democracy, thank you for the 25-month resub. Dad is gifted funny t-shirts by students. Makes for awkward conversations when I think he's seen the show or know the meme his shirt's referencing. Many fundraisers in your schedule these days? Oh, you know it. I am a frequenter of galas and regattas and Granny Smiths. Oh, I found a... Oh! That's the pet! That's the pet! That's the pet! Haha! Alright, we have our capture team ready to go, locked and loaded. Deploy! Moose! Moose the Milo. Alright, well this isn't gonna do very well, but that's okay. 435. I'm gonna warm it up with a bite first. Love Granny Smiths. Morphex, yeah, thank you for the 7-month resub. Whoop whoop. I have some Granny Smiths in my fridge. I must have had some designs on baking something at one point in my life, and then I've completely forgotten it. Now I just have apples because they last a long time. Organizing a gala next week, and I wish I could just wear a t-shirt and jeans. Yeah, I feel you on that. I recently purchased a pair of jeans to be my fancy pants because my other pants were either distressed or they didn't go all the way down to my shoes, or, you know, there are various degrees of distressed by the dog. And I wanted a pair of pants that I could wear just to, like, a restaurant or, like, a family dinner that were slightly nicer. So that's Hazel's idea of formal clothes, is jeans that are not ripped or stained. Well, for now. I call those formal jeans. Hey everyone, been a while since I caught a stream. Hope everyone's doing well. Hi Rachel. I hope things are going well with you. I can't complain. I can't complain. It's a gloomy fall weather. People have begun decorating for Halloween. And Mr. Moose, my puppy, we were walking, as we do pretty often. We were walking, and somebody had on their lawn a Halloween decoration of a ghost, and it was a pretty friendly looking one, you know. It was kind of Casper-esque energy. It was just kind of a Halloween ghost. It was a big sign on the lawn, and Moose sees this, and he looks at it, and he kind of like crouches down, his hair goes up, and he goes woof, and he was quite frightened of the ghost. He'd never seen like a big lawn sign, I guess. Yeah, I guess he hasn't seen an election cycle yet. He hadn't seen a lawn sign before, and he did not know what it was, and he did not trust it. He got spooked by the spooky ghost. The ghost had a sign that said boo. And Moose was like, woof. No. I think he eventually realized it was not going to harm him, but it was so funny. My poor Bud. I have a lot of Dreambound gear on my character right now. I don't need that, do I? Well, who's to say? We can vendor the Underlight Globe. I'm going to send all that Dreambound gear to my bank vault at some point. So we got one of the pets that we're looking for. We got Lithandale. I'm going to heal up my pets. I'm going to summon my new birdie. It's even a rare one. I don't know if it's always rare or if I'm just lucky, but I'm going to choose to feel lucky. I don't know what kind of bird it looks like. I guess it's got rocks out of its... Birds don't have scruff. Anyways. Cute. Okay. I will edit my macro, first of all. Firstly, the hyena macro can lose the Lithandale. Not that one. That one. So we're looking for... Ebonwing, Scarlet Paw, Deep Bridger. Is that what I need? Let me check Simple Armory again. Cats love the fake spider webs everywhere. I have yet to turn on the heat. The day's coming, but the dog surprisingly generates a pretty chunky amount of heat to at least the front rooms where he is. Cat's been burrowing into bed with us, though. She is insistent. What was I doing? I was checking to see which ones I was missing. Now that I've got Lithandale collectible, battle pets. Because I know I had caught one of them previously. Sunglow Cobra and Deep Bridger. Those are the two that I need. Sunglow might not even be rare. I don't even think it's in that macro. Sunglow Cobra. and Deep Ridger. So we don't need Ebon Wing. We have that already. We must have gotten that previously. So those are the two. Deep Ridger. Let's read about Deep Ridger. Deep Ridger is a magma bat. It spawns mostly... Magma bat spawns mostly center of the zone with a little pocket of them there. Shares a spawn with... Slabwing. Okay, shares a spawn with Slabwing. That's all I wanted to know. Let's go into my macro. This one. And then we're just gonna shut Slabwing in there so that we can do the same thing and try to force spawns. Yeah, I know we found a Lithandale. We did it. We did it. I thought I took Lithandale out of that macro. Did I not do that? I meant to. I did take it out of the macro. Oh, you know what? It's just because I have it targeted. Oops. I could add a clear target at the beginning of the macro if I really wanted to, but that's okay. You don't need a skull. There we go. Let's check. Do I remember where I was looking? There was a pocket that was kind of in the southwest corner of the zone-ish. Perhaps I need to look at that. Uh-oh. I hear the door. Here, before I get into anything, I'm gonna just find out what's going on. That scared me. I thought that they would need me to do something else, but nope, just a dog food delivery. Still don't have Deep Ridger. Curious how this one goes. Alright. Alright. Buttons, buttons, buttons. Let me just refresh my memory. I've already forgotten where I was looking. It was... So, up the road from the ring, and then on the right side of the researchers area, but like not really north of Loam. Okay. So, this is the ring, so it's going to be kind of up in the spawn area anyways. Kind of up this way. So there's a Slabwing. So we're gonna start our reign of terror. Happy birthday. Pup gives off a lot of heat too. I call him my little the little thermonuclear reactor. I joke that his tummy is a nuclear fusion center because because I joke about things I don't understand. And because he can digest anything, I guess except for frozen carrots. They still pass through him, it just doesn't seem very comfortable for him. So Slabwing. We're looking for Deep Ridger is what we're looking for, but there's lots of shellwings. Oh, this is the Karakta area. That makes sense. That tracks. Want to do the Time Rift? I'm gonna stick with this for now. I think I'll be happier if I stick with more or less one goal at a time, given the opportunity. Other creepy out of context quotes in this new book coming next week. Spooky season, Hazel. I saw some, when I was getting the cat food this morning, I saw some dog costumes at the store, but I don't know. I most probably won't dress up for Halloween. It would be very cute, but it just doesn't seem that important to me. When I look inside my soul, I don't think it's worth really any amount of money to me. Not when I can just love them outside of a costume. What is that? That's a Slabwing pet. And then there's an end mine, which we don't need to worry about. All right, let's go check this area here. It's a Pidgeot. Pet Battle also had the Sunglow Cobra in it, so double lucky, I guess. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if Sunglow Cobra is actually rare now that we mention it. It wasn't in the macro that I pulled off Wowhead for finding the rare pet, so it might just be like a regular pet. It might be a very easy last entry to this Zaralek Caverns Wild Pet Collection series. Oh, up there. Okay. Well, there's lots of critters. Certainly. Oh, look at them all. Yeah. Got my mount in hardcore this morning. Woot woot! Nice. I actually never even... I'm still level 36 and like 2.5, 3.5 bars on my Warlock. She'll have rested to cover it this time at least. So that'll be good. I think that Zaralek Caverns might be one of those zones that I appreciate way more after it's over. I think that one day I'm going to be collecting something or another, and I'm going to be poking around here being like, oh, what's in this treasure? How do I open this thing? And I'll have just a grand old time. And it'll turn out that I just wasn't in the mood for it when it was current. Oh, well. What do you do? What about this? I already fought it when capturing the Lithandale. Oh, okay. I think... Yeah, if it was a backline pet, then it can't be rare, because it seems that the rare pets can only be frontline. That mount skin continues to elude me. It's really rare. It seems rarer than the Razageth one, and even that one still was tough for people. Boulder Fang, Slabwing. Oh, I got excited. I thought it was Deep Ridger. Just this one. What's this one? So... we can continue working up like a little bit towards the north. Lots of critters that we can kill in pursuit of this. Can I loot that smelly trash pile? Just the place that you want to stick your fingers into. I didn't intend to become the kind of person that just picks up litter off the street and takes it home. Not that it's a bad person to be, it's a great person to be, but I didn't think that was going to be me until it became easier to do that than to just... If there's particular pieces of litter that my dog just really wants to eat and or play with, may as well just shove it in the bag and take it home and dispose of it properly. Oh, tailoring knowledge. Are any of you guys Deep Ridger? No, you're not. Okay. Are any of you guys Slabwings? Yes. How many pets do you have? 1,649 now. This we're gunning for 1,650. I'll want to get them leveled at some point too. I wonder if I want to do that. Do I want to buy stones? Do I want to grind stones? Do I want to level them via pet battles like I used to? I know I missed a super squirt day recently, but that's okay. I feel like pet charms is probably faster. Smelly disturbed dirt and a smelly trash pile. It's hard to walk away from treasure if you can just loot it off the ground. Taking it home, dubious. I mean, sometimes there's not a great spot to, especially if you're in neighborhoods where there's not like a bunch of trash bins. There's not a great spot to dispose of it unless you were going to just relocate the litter. Since they introduced the collections journal in Wrath, I'm like, should I attempt to collect all the pets and mounts? That would be a project. Boulder Fang, Yellowbon. The other thing that I purchased at the store that I'm very excited about is something that Stream recommended that I get, which is I got my first ever, I don't know why I'm saying that like it's a milestone in somebody's life. I've purchased a rust-busting catalyst. I have in my disposal some P-Blaster rust-penetrating catalyst. I have a piece of patio furniture that I have on my balcony that is will no longer fold, I believe, due to rust because I have left it out in the rain for far too long. And I would like to fold it so I don't leave it out in the rain for a whole nother winter. But it was stuck, and chat was telling me that I should look into that. So I Googled it, and I thought, aha, this is what I need. And I sourced it. I hunted it down in the automotive section. I had a great time. It's like a scavenger hunt. And it was on sale. So I haven't tried that yet, because I also kind of want to look up the Invoke. Do I need Invoke for something? Does he drop anything I need? He drops a Molten Lava Pack. What's that? Well, I'll never know if I don't fight him. I don't even know if it's transmog or a toy or what. I wanna... It is a toy. All right, I'll edit that into the description. Done editing. Perhaps this time I shall be able to run the group without needing to leave my desk. I still can't handle the name Super Squirt. Countertop dishwasher? No. The thing, I really did look into that because I thought that that might be the answer to my life. And I would need to have, because of my faucet, I would need to like remove my faucet to attach an adapter to connect this thing. And then as long as it was connected, I would be unable to use the kitchen sink for anything else. And there was no workaround for that. The only other option is to get like a reservoir model, which did not seem to be nearly as widely available. It just didn't seem practical. It doesn't take that long to wash the dishes. I am excited to one day have a dishwasher because there's a few things that like you can clean in the sink by hand, but like they get a lot cleaner if you let the dishwasher just blast them. Big like plastic cups and stuff do better in the dishwasher. So one day, but for right now, yeah. Hubby and I have a countertop dishwasher and it is fantastic. You should tell Ujai about it. Have you done Secrets of Azeroth yet? Pretty fun. Doesn't seem to take too long. I have not done it yet. Aw, thanks, Harai. Rewatching Arcane. Hair colors are given off V1. I haven't seen Arcane yet. Hooked up to the pipes, but not the faucet, so we still use the sink as normal. Ah, clever. I'm of the opinion that dishwashers aren't for cleaning dishes, but for sanitizing them. I think they can certainly do a job with less water than what I use. And I try to be conscious of the water I'm using when I'm washing dishes, but I'm sure a dishwasher could do better. But, well, here's always one day. I'm renting. Let me kill Anzu quick and I'll be over. One of the main characters. She's awesome. You don't have yet to buy. I do not have yet to buy. I have Milo. Half series, one of those things we talked about a year ago or something. It's, you know how, like, if you mention, I don't know, frogs to your extended family once, and then you get frog-related gifts for the rest of your life? You're the countertop dishwasher person now. Which I suppose if it were to come gift-giving season and that was your reputation, then there are worse things to be known for. Could make out like a bandit. Morning, Hazel. Good morning, Red Dino. No counter space. Dishwasher's just a drying rack. I think they're icky. My favorite thing about my drying rack is that it's two separate pieces that don't really click together or snap on in any meaningful way. So I can just, it's very easy to clean is what I'm driving at. The water here tends to leave deposit. Basically, it gets icky. It gets icky, sticky. Well, not sticky, but just like, you know, gummy and grimy and gross looking. But it's pretty easy. It's just like a fairly flat drainage tray and then a metal thing that sits on top of it. And I like that because I used to have one of those like big plastic, super deep ridged monstrosities. That's a bit judgy. Abominations that you could take apart and scrub, but it was like muscle to get it apart. You always felt like you were snapping something. And then it was such deep ridges that it was really annoying to clean all the grime out of all the little bits of it. Ironically, the best way to clean it was the dishwasher. So I like this one. I like this one much better. I think I replaced the bottom rack to get one that had more of an incline though, because the other one used to just leak water off the back of it, and that was no good. Salvador, wow, thank you for the 10-month races. Hi Hazel, happy to catch part of the live stream. So glad to be able to watch what I missed on YouTube. I'm glad that those VOD postings are working out for people. It's not that big of a deal for me to do it. I feel like I should have been doing it a long time ago. Can live with that. Mom gets a blueberry pie for her birthday every year from my grandma because she said a certain pie was good one time at a random dinner. That's sweet. That's really cute. My mom knows one metal band, and that is Korn, because she learned that even I was a teenager, and it's still the only music I listen to in her mind. Did I have a CD, or were they on a mix CD that I had? I had some. I think they made it onto my iPod. I was the iPod generation. All right, molten lava pack. Good luck, everybody. Thanks for helping me with these rares, guys. I really appreciate it. Well, no luck there. But thanks. Give inpuff. Not inpuff, stand buff. Okay. I was looking for Deep Ridger. I had gotten myself a little bit. I've gone north of Loam. We must never go north of Loam in this search. Same type of dish rack, folded a kitchen towel, keep it under the end to tilt the tray. A clever solution. Every once in a while, I open up my eyes and I look around my kitchen, or just my life, and I see a bunch of things that I was, I guess, oblivious to before. It's like you wake up from sleeping, except that you were awake the whole time. Just, like, wasn't paying enough attention to, like, I don't know, crumbs behind the toaster, or, like, I forgot that I knocked a plant over and there was still, like, some dirt on a rug that I needed to clean, or... I mean, the vacuuming thing's a bit tricky because I have to pick my moments with vacuuming because of the cat. You have to... I mean, you don't have to, but I choose to vacuum rooms that she's not presently in because she does not like the sound of it, and now that she's blind, she has a bit of trouble escaping to the alternate room, especially when her half of the apartment's cut off because that's Moosestone. So I'll only vacuum the bedroom if she's in the office, and then vice versa. My poor plant. I noticed recently that a couple of my plants really could use potting up, but I prefer to do that kind of thing in the spring. It's a little, especially with succulents, it feels a little sketchy to do it in the fall when they're entering dormancy, and if I can just kind of like give them enough water to get them through the winter and remember to do it in the spring, that's going to be a much better time to do it. I should probably write some more things down. I should stop saying should. I should either do something or not do it, but just stop tormenting myself with all the things that I think that I should do. You're either going to do it or you won't. That one. Any Deep Ridger? No, that's a Hollow Moth. Tori Telling, thank you very much for the 5-month resub. Hazel, I don't know if you remember, a few weeks ago we talked about wands in retail versus classic. I had pointed out that you can still shoot wands in retail, but I didn't know they're all set to 1 DPS per second regardless of item level. Oh, that's funny. I didn't know that. I think I must have missed that message. I don't remember that. That's really cool. She'll put her door with freshly baked cinnamon buns. Oh, that's so sweet. It's almost spring. It's fine. October, March, what have you. It's gonna be a nice cozy winter time with fluffy muddy puppy. Luckily, I have a selection of scrap towels that can be used for toweling off the dog when he comes inside and he's all muddy, or you know, you do the pause when he comes in the door, or you get home and you're like, this dog needs a bath, and then you towel him off after the bath. I brought him with me to Thanksgiving dinner. And we ended up walking there because it wasn't crazy far, and it was raining, but like not that much. So he got a bit muddy on the way, and I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna bring a towel so I can clean him on arrival, so that he doesn't make an absolute mess of my sister's place. Worked out pretty good. I travel with kind of a lot of stuff. Ebon Wing Moth. I thought that was one of the rare ones. Yeah, it is. It's the rare version of the Hollow Moth. I don't need it, but it's here. Yeah, no, I have one already. Mine's rare too. I shall leave it be. Boulder Fang. Slab Wing. They should return option, level up non-battle pets with stones. Weird that Welp from daycare level 1. Oh. I mean, on my UI, they're level nothing. Oh no, they are level 1. You mouse over them here and the tooltip says they're level 1. Oh, I see. Just to make the number match. I get that. Can't believe both Korkron Juggernaut and the serpent from Tomb of Sargeras dropped for me yesterday. Congrats, Kingfisher. That's nuts. That's a lucky, lucky, lucky day. Nice. Spring in the South Hemisphere. That counts, right? I don't talk about my partner much on stream. My partner is male, though. I am being private about details of my love life. But key takeaways are I'm happy. Smelly trash pile. Ooh, elites. Smelly trash pile. They're busy, right? Like, they look like they're looking at something. Ha ha! What did I get? Dragonflight supplies. Anyway. No luck yet, but we will. That's all that matters. I want... What do I want? We've slain a great deal of slabwings. I still feel a little... Do I feel bad? A little tiny bit. They'll respawn, right? They'll respawn as Deep Ridger, and then I'll bring Deep Ridger home, and I shall give Deep Ridger a name. Maybe after another cheese? Havarti? You know, well, it's kind of orange. Havarti's not very orange, is it? It is up there. Doing Pandaria World Bosses, my druid, and then my evoker, and then my paladin. Good luck to you. At least in that grind you get to enjoy the sights and sounds and... Well, I guess not smells. Smells. Sights and sounds of Pandaria. It's a lovely zone to hang out in. I don't know if I've really opened up my eyes to appreciate the Zaralek caverns enough. What's going on in here? We've got waterfalls. We've got deer. Big deers. With long legs. Can you tame these as a hunter? Did we establish that? Somebody knows. Nope, no luck. I don't think you can. You can do giraffes, you can do gazelles, which also... I think I like the legginess of them. I think that's what appeals to me. You ever see one of those dogs that's just built like a deer or a gazelle, just like all legs? And you think, oh. Lovely area. Don't particularly love just idling for 15 minutes at a time. That's fair. That's fair. I would love to find what I seek. What's that? Nope, that's a boulder fang. I haven't even found any slab hide pets. I find boulder fang pets. Is boulder fang a... No, boulder fang is a cobra. Oh, there's a Hawken bloom over there, but I don't need it. I'm not an herbalist. I'm not an herbalist. And then we go up through here. What is that? That's a hollow moth. We got so lucky with Lithandale. I think I got overexcited. I got a inaccurate assessment of how easy this is going to be. Although, you know, if it's all too easy, then I'm going to run out of things to do, and then I'm going to have to start doing the really tough things. Took me 20 minutes to get Deep Ridger spawn. Okay. Wow, players loving their long ways. Seriously, thank you for the 5-month resub. Hazel, any tips for aspiring everything collectors? Everything. Everything's a lot. Everything is an incredible project. I would say part of the advice is to get comfy with your tools and figure out what kind of add-ons you like to use to track, what sort of things make the grind fun for you. I like using all the things. I like using Simple Armory and Data for Azeroth. I like using Rarity. Those are probably my biggest tools to really enjoy the grinding of various collectibles. And then the other part of the advice is about finding the pace for yourself where you're still having fun and learning when to take breaks or switch gears if something's not fun for you anymore. Because it's a wonderful pastime, but it's not worth stressing out over. Run away fast. I like just focusing on the grind that's right in front of me. I think that's when I have the most fun, is when I'm just worrying about one thing, and I know exactly what I need to do to make it happen, and I'm just kind of playing the mini game of trying to make it happen. What do we got? Puddle hoppers. So back down. Not really run this side of the rock, eh? More so in the valley. Yeah, more so in the valley. Okay. That's a hollow mouth. Should I have one of my pets out with me? Where's my Lithandale? That's my new one. That's my latest one. Did I want to name it? I don't know. It's a nice name. Focus on the newest expansion patch first. Easier to find groups normally. Yeah, there will always be... You're right. That's a good point. There's always going to be some grinds that are much easier to do when they're current, or some things that are only possible to do when they're current. So deciding, you know, does everything include like things like PvP achievements or PvP mounts and whatnot? Because a lot of that you can go back and get later, but it's things like vicious mounts are a bit easier to keep up with at the time that they're current. All the things is kind of fun right now for me because I'm flying by all these rares that I basically never kill because Zaralek Caverns rares haven't really figured on my radar yet. But then if I can find them and mouse over them, sometimes it'll say, hey, this drops a thing you don't have. And then I'm like, oh, say no more. What if it drops? There must be some form of a cave. I wonder where it is. I wonder how you get into the cave. Is it like a deep, deep, deep cave? I think I've left the area. Never mind. Love doing old content, pick an expansion, start working on it. Even just picking one thing. All the things random is something I find really fun. Within all the things. I think I'm still technically working on Paladin plate legs from Nax Ramus. But having it give you a totally random thing to go pursue, like a Sanguine Depths one-handed mace to go collect whatnot, with look-alike appearances from other Shadowlands dungeons, just kind of like narrows the scope of your project, so it's less overwhelming. But I think that maybe sometimes that overwhelm problem is not universal. I know I'm not the only one that feels that way, but other people might cope with it differently. It might not feel quite as stressful for everyone. How do you request a random thing and all the things? So bear in mind it's going to select a random item from within your current filters. So, you know, have a look-see over your all the things settings to make sure it's tracking things that you want to get. /ATT random will pull up this random window, and then you can change the search filter to see maybe you wanted to pick you a mount or a pet. You can have it pick you anything that you're currently tracking if you like. And then you click this button to roll a thing with that active filter, and it'll give you the name of the thing. This window doesn't like lock or freeze or save in any way that I've managed to find. So what I do is I'll roll a thing and I'll write it down on paper at my desk like a nerd. And I will write down the sources, and then I'll kind of make a project out of it from there, because whenever I reload or like log off and log on, because a lot of these things are not single sitting projects, I would lose that window. So in the interest of not forgetting it, I'll write it down. But that game's much fun. Great fun. Good fun. They are working on that window saving. Oh, good. I think it's a good idea. Nope, only you. Did you have any good food for Thanksgiving? Wasn't sure if food is different compared to American Thanksgiving this year. I'm making pumpkin risotto. Oh, that sounds tasty. I did. My brother-in-law made Thanksgiving dinner. It was incredible. Our food was a bit different. Maybe not because I'm Canadian, but because functionally most of my family is vegetarian at this point. So we had a lot of, it was great because I could eat everything. It was amazing. He did a vegan gravy, and he did a type of stuffing, and he did like this roasted Brussels sprouts dish. And I brought bread, and then there was mashed potatoes, and it was delicious. It was so good. Growing up when I was a kid, and I was like a young pescatarian, I would go to holiday dinner, like Christmas and Thanksgiving and whatnot, and I would basically just eat like turnips. I would fill up on turnips and bread and mashed potatoes, and that would be, and it was nice, and it was just good to spend time with family and whatnot. But it's definitely really cool that more of my family now eats similar to me, so that there's more options. And also, you know, I'm an adult, I can bring things. I can feed myself. But yeah, definitely not all. A lot of Canadian Thanksgivings will be very similar food to, I think, what you would have in American. Turkey is very traditional. People will do turkey. People will do pumpkin-based things. People will do various vegetable dishes. Mashed potatoes are kind of a staple, at least in the circles I've seen. I made mousse at Thanksgiving Kong. I boiled some potatoes and some carrots, and I mashed them up without any like seasonings or mix-ins or anything, just like straight cooked mashed potatoes and carrots. And I mixed those with a bit of his kibble, and I stuffed them into the Kong around like a dental stick tree, and I froze it so that he could have that while we were all having Thanksgiving dinner. Oh, it was great. He liked it a lot. Plus, I felt really cute because I made my baby a Thanksgiving Kong. I know that message got timed out, but what's a bingo dabber? Should I not Google this? I want to know what that means. It's a toy in a game. Brilliant ink scented bingo dabber. Gives even the quickest of hands hours of bingo playing fun. Is this like when elderly people gamble in tents? Images. Color as cup. It's just like a big marker? It's a thing you stamp bingo cards with. Oh! Oh, come on. That's funny. Fuzzy top that has ink on it. I haven't been to bingo. They used to have the little plastic cards that were like kind of see-through. They used to have the little plastic cards that were see-through that you would cover the bingo card with. I don't remember the markers. One of my grandparents, or my grandparents and my grandmother and my great-grandmother on one side of the family loved bingo. Ex-in-laws from Manitoba did mashed yams with marshmallows. First time I've ever saw that. I've heard of that in different North American families. We never did like the marshmallow and the yams myself. It seems like it would be very sweet. But I'm also just not a big marshmallow person. I think they look cuter than they taste. The bright Maybelline under eye concealer. I used to buy that religiously. Not because I don't think that I knew it was viral. Maybe I did. It was just cheap and it worked. Although I wouldn't use the thing because it basically absorbed all of the concealer. I would just kind of apply it and then I would use my finger. I think. And my boulder fang slab wings. I'm going to get a deep bridger. You just wait and see. You wait. Everybody. Well, you don't have to wait. I'm sure you guys have like jobs and stuff. He calls those her bingo dappers. Keeps a large supply of various colors in her car. She's always ready for a bingo game. Mom said to sweet potatoes with marshmallows. It's the one thing that isn't made from scratch. I'll put marshmallows in hot chocolate. But then I won't always eat them. Sometimes I don't finish that part because hot chocolate's pretty... What are these for? Oh, I didn't dance with it fast enough. I don't know if I was supposed to do anything. Felt rude to let it dance by itself. Puddle hopper, slapwing. Huh. Gonna go have fun. Have a good day. But yeah, in another month or so, month and a bit, the United States is gonna do their Thanksgiving, and then we can have these conversations all over again. It used to be that people would wish me a deep bridger. Alert! Deep bridger alert! This is not a drill. Everybody go! Haha. Alright. How? I suppose I should check his moves. Alpha Strike, Leech Seed, Wind Buffet. That's all fine. Wind Super Bark. It's an elemental pet. Yeah, people used to ask me about Thanksgiving, and I didn't really celebrate either Thanksgiving at the time. They just both kind of passed me by. I'd be like, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving. What are you having for dinner? Pasta? Frozen pizza. Stir fry. Not that there's anything wrong with pasta. I've had a couple of takeout pizza Christmas dinners in my life, just from not from being alone or anything, but just like with family when no one really wanted to cook a dinner. We just kind of wanted to like hang out with each other. And we're like, well, shall we get pizza or Chinese? I'm glad that the people in my life, we have traditions and they're really great, but no one's that committed to them that they would cause anyone any grief over it, you know? Where everybody's pretty flexible and we're all just kind of happy to see each other, and I really appreciate that. Kids and I are from Kansas. Husband is Canadian. We celebrate all the holidays. Zaralek Cavern seems to be Blizzard's latest attempt, making a continent-wide underground zone. Originally promised Azrael Narub back in Wrath. Oh, that's neat. I hadn't thought of that. Back when Dad had exchange students from Canada, Mom would whip up a complete Thanksgiving dinner. She adored it for whatever reason. Norway does not celebrate it at all. It's very similar to Christmas dinner, which I think in the States, you'd have like back-to-back turkeys. Like, I guess just a month apart. Maybe the foods are different, but I always figured that Christmas dinner and Thanksgiving dinner were like very, very similar kind of fare. All right, we have Deep Ridger. That didn't take very long, I don't think. I want my Sunglow Cobra, and I don't even think it's that rare. That was pet 1,650. Pardon me. I'm going to go take a look at Wowhead again. Oh, hang on. I was gonna name Deep Ridger after some cheese. Deep Ridger. What kind of cheese do you look like? We already have cheddar, the lobster. I mean, well, he's orange. What else does he remind me of? He kind of reminds me of a spaceship. I always thought Christmas was ham-based. Christmas is normally ham. Not turkey? I could be mistaken. Pizza cheese! Mozzarella! Santa mozzarella. If you've never seen Luca, it's pretty cute. I was watching it and I was like, I guess this is fine. And then I quoted it for the rest of my life. I'm renaming Deep Ridger to red Leicester cheese. Norwegian cheese. Jarlsberg. Here, we'll call him Jarl. Jarlsberg. No, we like Jarlsberg. Yeah, we like that. Cool. Okay. I was looking up Sunglow Cobra. So, not terribly rare then. Just a pet. All right. Let's adjust our macros. We don't need that. Edit that. We might be able to just find it as like a frontline pet. Especially if we just kind of like loop around the bottom here. And failing that, we can probably kill Sunglow Cobra critters? Boulder Fang critters, maybe? Because I've seen lots of Boulder Fang. Looks so bad. Thank you for the 7-month resub. Mild Edam cheese, you'd like it. Sold in the US. Not sure if it's sold in Canada. Oh, probably. Kind of crumbly, maybe? Here, we'll kill Boulder Fang. He's a snake. I swear I have Zaralek Cavern Safari. I guess I wouldn't swear to it. I do have it, though. It's strange that there's a pet that's a wild pet that's not that rare, but also not part of the Safari achievement. Curious. Curiouser and curiouser. Eastern Kingdoms is the only continent in all of Azeroth that does not have a native Akir species living there. Group of undead Nerubians and Kel'Thuzos left there by Arthas. Oh. If you get a pet with blue in it, it has to be Stilton. I named my Lord Stantley Stilton because he was a blue lobster, and because I was onto the cheese thing because of Cheddar, the red lobster from Dream Surges. So, and his name is Lord Stantley, is the name of the pet. But because I nicknamed him Stilton, it now says Stilton, and then he has a subtitle. He has like a lower third. He has a subtitle of Lord Stantley. So I'd like to think he is Lord Stantley Stilton. It's one of my favorites that I got lately. Missed that one. Oh, no. By all means. Bosswater, most basic of cheeses. What is the most basic of cheeses? There's probably a word for that. It's probably cottage cheese or farm cheese, paneer, that kind of thing. Just like a very straightforward milk curdled into cheese. Blue steel Stilton. Oh yeah, how is your water situation going? How are things with that? Are you still on a boil advisory? Primarily a spindle. Is cottage cheese actually a cheese? I think so. I am not a cheese expert. So it's mostly a guess on my part. Somebody might know what defines cheese. Delicious. I've never made cheese. I looked into it at one point, mostly because I was appalled at the cost of cheese, and I thought, can I make it myself for cheaper? And I looked it up, and the answer is no. No, you can't. Stop being so cheap and go get groceries. Lifted the advisory the other day, finally. Oh, very good. That's gotta be a relief. Boulder Fangs. I don't even know if Boulder Fangs share with the Sunglow Cobra, but... you know, it's a snake. May as well. This isn't really intended to be a terribly rare pet. Oh, you know what? They can also be backline pets, because we saw one when we were fighting Lithandale. So maybe I should just start engaging stuff. Maybe I should just start fighting. Here, we'll set moves to the back line. And then... yeah, that's fine. Oh no, I have to leave that one. Somebody might want that one. That's a rare pet. Still drinking bottled water. Less anxious about brushing my teeth in tap water. Oh, good. That's fair. That's fair. And it's always good to be cautious. Do you know a Sunglow Cobra? Nope, just rock martins. Shall I... ah, it's a 10% hit. We can take that. And then we've checked you. Oh, this is going to be a bit brutal. And then we'll take a look at you. Nope, just rock martins. Okie dokie. So it's not you. If they get down to like, I don't know, half health, then perhaps we can... not you. Oh, perhaps we can heal them. I'm sure I have bandages. Yeah, I've got 224 pet bandages. We're not in danger of running out. Yellowbond Cobbleshell. Oh, that's a cute name. I do not mind if it is not rare. We'll get upgrades eventually from something or another. They always seem to happen. It can be a mainline pet, but maybe it won't be. Boulder Fang. Ah, there's one. Alright, I'll catch that one. Assuming that it doesn't get absolutely obliterated by the Arcane Storm. Shadowlands was the last best chance for Necromancers to be both playable and relevant. Similar to how Wrath was for Death Knights, Legion was for Demon Hunters. Yeah. I wonder how much we're gonna learn about the next expansion of BlizzCon. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm curious to see how much of what they know will they tell us, and how much of what will be do they know? Oh no, good, we're okay, we're okay. Crisis averted. What time is it? It's 10:40. We never did take I mean, I took a couple of breaks, but I didn't actually take a break during any of them. I was running errands. I was moving my core. Alright. Kind of cool. Am I going to attend BlizzCon? Not in person. I'm gonna watch the streams. I will co-stream what I can. But I'm gonna stay home and enjoy it from home this year. I didn't feel ready to travel. And my discretionary budget went to getting a puppy. I got a doggy dog. Sunglow Cobra. Let's go. Let's check him out. You look like an energy drink. That's a very neon shade. It's very visible. It looks like high-vis gear. Oh, he's got teeth. Well, I suppose snakes might have teeth. I hadn't really thought about it. I kind of thought that snakes just kind of like twisted things to death. I want to name him... He reminds me of that squishy stuff that you clean keyboards with. I'm gonna call him Goop. Goops. That's good. Goopy. Goopy. Job done. Alright. Excellent work, everybody. Was that it for my Zaralek Caverns Wild Pets? We have 1651 now. Gatorade Slime! Add 4 new realms to the Shadowlands with 4 new covenants. I bet there will again be a major accidental leak a few days before BlizzCon. Perhaps, perhaps. We'll all miss you there. Aw, thank you. Take good care of yourselves. Oh, I have my wallet in my pocket. That's right. I wore this jacket out this morning. I'm thinking, what have I got in my pocket? I'm going to check to see if I indeed got all the pets I was looking for from here. Let's simple armory again. Storm dwarfs. Dwarf storm. World of Warcraft. Dwarf storm. Collectibles. Battle pets. So, we caught Lithandale, Deep Ridger, and Sunglow Cobra. So that's all of the Zaralek Caverns wild pets. Ah, yes. It's time. Off we go. Just got a Prospector's Axe. Congratulations. I have a photo of my puppy as my screensaver. It's one of those pictures where you're trying to take a picture of your dog and then your dog just wants to like give you kisses and find out what the camera is, so you get a picture that is like 90% nose, and I thought nothing else captures the essence of Moose quite the way this does. Okay. I'd like to clean my bags a little bit. I'm gonna put some conches in the bank just in case I decide I want to farm some item from lunkers later. I'm just gonna stash those away. I did open like a foil, or not, what a foil. I got like a Rumble Mini. I got the Murloc one, and then I got some options for it, or an option for it. It was kind of cute. I guess maybe one day I'll go loot the rest of them. Stop being such a humbug. Anonymous Gifter, thanks for giving out some gift subs. Appreciate it very much. Easy hack, use a selfie cam, take a literal selfie with the pupper. I have a couple of selfies I took with Mr. Moose too. I like doing that. I won't. It's much more fun to take selfies with a friend. One quest away from my 3rd level 70. Nice. We're headed to the. Was I gonna clean up my bags? Yeah, I am. It's gonna make me feel better. What if I mail off the Dreambound gear? Let's make some space here. We're gonna send my bank all. No. Pardon me, that one. All of this Dreambound gear. So that she can redistribute that to my alts as needed. Those I can disenchant. These are pieces of gear that I should probably like put on or something, but I don't know. My crafted pieces have made it a bit complicated, so I'm just kind of sticking it into my bank until enough time has passed that they're irrelevant anyways, is kind of my plan. We certainly don't need that. Oh yeah, we did some time walking, so that's where this like Nethergon energy and stuff has come from. Oh yeah, Diver's remote. Let's stick that in the bank, certainly. My bank is mostly a place where I put things until I feel better about deleting them. It's my I'm going to delete this one day, but I'm not ready to do it yet place. Dragon Isles, artifacts, etc., etc. Should I sell any of this? I have a lot of netherweave cloth. At vendors for almost as much as it auctions for. What about Primal Nether? Same deal, eh? Well, I've got a Worm's Crest I never used. I should probably upgrade something with that. And then I guess I can deposit some materials as well. I don't know if it's because I'm a male or an introvert, but never gotten the appeal of selfies. Oh. I would attribute more to introvert and less to any particular gender. I'm looking for what do I want to upgrade here? Oh, my staff is 8 of 8. I suppose I should crank my heart or my essence. Heart's getting nerfed with a patch, so let's crank essence a little bit. There we go. And then I actually have one aspect crest. I could upgrade something like this with it. Surely I'm not getting Hero 405, Hero 505. Does that change my appearance? No, it doesn't. I don't know what I was thinking about. Let's go look for the black sliver pup. Dog can see itself on the phone screen. Mr. Moose hasn't barked at the spooky TV dog, which is to say his reflection whenever the television is turned off lately. But I think he has made friends with his reflection. And the reason I say this is that when he's meeting other dogs, his favorite move is to lick them in the mouth. Not great. It's a good thing that he's got all his shots, but it's apparently a dog language way of greeting and saying, "Hello, I'm new. Please be calm with me." He likes to lick dogs in the mouth. And for a while he was a bit cautious of his like actual reflection because there's the TV, but there's also like a mirror that he can see in the front room. And for a while he was just kind of like unsure about it. But now he'll go up to the mirror and he'll walk right up and he will lick the mirror right where the mouth is. And he does that semi-regularly. So I think he's made friends with his reflection. I think he's decided that that dog is a nice doggy. But he's not so sure about the TV one yet because it's kind of dim and, you know, mysterious looking. And also it usually has its hackles up because he usually has his hackles up. It's probably some incredible metaphor. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do this dragon race. There's no reason for... Well, you know what? I want to. That's a good reason. I'd like to try this course, please. I have collected the pets and the mounts from Dream Surges, but I don't have the toys. And I thought, I don't really need the toys. But as long as I don't have them, I don't think I'm going to delete the coalescence. I think I don't know. Maybe I'll randomly have somewhere in the neighborhood of 500 just incidentally by the end of the expansion, and then I can get a toy. Who's to say? You know, maybe they'll talk me into enough dragon races and Dream Surge zones, etc. I didn't have any plans to do the Magora tournament. I'm not much of a dueling person. Does he have any other option than licking where the mouth is? I mean, he could bark at it. Unless you mean, like, is there anywhere else he could lick? Then yeah, you've got a good point. Easy to farm when Azure span is up. Area where the gnolls with massive meta mobs you can farm. Oh, good idea. Alright, so I am looking. Let's adjust my macro. This one. And let me just double check and make sure that's indeed the name. Yeah. There was some discussion about whether or not this one was time limited. In that, like, it might be a nighttime pet. But people have found and captured it during the daytime. So we're just gonna not worry about it terribly much. I want to get the names of the pets that Slyvern pups. So the regular Slyvern pups. Okay. So then my other macro, which is this one, I want to find the regular Slyvern pups because unfortunately for them, there is one way to do this. Ah, well. Off and away. 1,500, about 15 to 20 minutes. Ooh, that is good. Inksy on a killing spree. What if it is a seasonally night-only pet? It's possible. But I don't see any... I'm just gonna do my best and see if I can get it to spawn today. Then we would have another data point. No, Slyvern is safe. I remember working on this for some time. When, earlier in the expansion, when it occurred to me it was like the last Dragonflight wild pet that I didn't have. And I got frustrated. I couldn't get it to spawn. I don't remember how long I tried for, but it wouldn't spawn. I guess I may as well loot the dirt. I have shovels. Fascinatingly enough, dirt does not seem to give coalescence even within Dream Surge zones. A lot of things do, but not the dirt in the expedition packs. Or at least I guess I can say not the dirt. Oh, a dragon shard of knowledge! I haven't seen one of those in aeons. Up. There's a pet up. There we go. I never did do my herbalism, or not herbalism. I never did my tailoring cooldowns. I still have, fully off cooldown Azure Weave, Chrono Weave, and it looked like, oops. Oh, I suppose there's some of the moms are also named Slyvern Pup, although I can, at least we have enough gear now that we can just kind of make them all go away. You don't track them? I don't track them. I don't understand. I'm sorry. Did all the Warcraft Rumble toys, all coin and foil, 17-minute videos following, but I did it. Nice. That's not super bad. That's not too bad. They are tracked on my mini map. There's just none in range of me at this time. There's just nothing around. I'm killing the critters. I'm killing critter versions of the battle pets to try to force the pets to spawn. No worries, no worries. It's entirely possible I may have accidentally turned it off. That seems like the kind of thing I might do. I had a good 10 minutes of trying to troubleshoot Discord with my friend Flabby recently because I couldn't hear them, and it turned out that I had muted him. I don't know when, I don't know how. Maybe there's a keybind, who's to say. I had genuinely muted him, and I made the poor guy like check all of his microphone connections. And I was like checking my Discord. I was like, well, the rest of my Discord makes sound. My headphones make sound. It can't be me. Oh, am I searching the wrong place? Let me double check my map again. Thank you. So this is the map that I'm looking at here. It looks like as long as I'm kind of to the right of the eye in Marukai, but then like up to the pond. Where am I in game actually? No, this is good. This is good. This whole little strip right here. Okay. It should be able to spawn in place of these Slyverns, in theory, but there's every chance that there's something that I'm missing, because I never did get this one to spawn. I'm okay if this grind takes a while, though. I'm going to turn my music up, I think. I don't think I have game sound on, but it's quite quiet today. Master volume? Because there's nice music out here. Yeah, there we go. I'm okay if this one takes a while because I have yet to pick out what I'm working on after this. There are more pets I can get, but I haven't figured out exactly which one I want to focus on. There's kind of a lot of options. It's a little bit daunting. Achievement, or are there non-meta pets to collect in the zone? There are some pets that are rare but off the meta. I think I have the achievement already, but there's a few more that are, or at least this one. Certainly in the Zaralek caverns, there were a couple of rare pets that were not required for the meta that you could still get. Hazel, I have seen several people who have engineering on every toon for the portals and such. Thoughts? I did that in Shadowlands because Shadowlands I found miserable to navigate without Wormhole, and Wormhole made it so much better that I trashed a profession on every single alt that I had to give them all engineering so that I could Wormhole around. In Dragonflight, I was really wanting to not do that anymore. I was really excited to leave the Shadowlands so that I could have professions again, like pairs of professions. I haven't tried engineering at all in Dragonflight. I understand that the new Wormhole is still useful, but I don't really mind navigating Dragonflight. One, because it's not a loading screen situation or like a go back to Orbo situation. Secondly, because of the fast travel, and I find that my life's comfortable enough that I can have that profession. But I do think that the new Wormhole is still good, just not like in Shadowlands. It felt necessary. It felt night and day different to get around without it. Not as good in Dragonflight since it's random. I read something that I didn't fully understand that made me think that you could unlock something to make it less random, and I might be just completely mistaken. I might have totally misunderstood, because again, I haven't done engineering. So up by the lake, and then we turn back around south and we head this way. You can level up professions to have it take you where you want. Oh, I see. That sounds like it would be really convenient on a main, but maybe a little bit less feasible for alts, because it would take some work to get them to that point. I know in ooh, candy. I know that in Shadowlands it was great because the Wormhole was actually a toy, so you didn't even need to get them their own Wormhole. All you had to do was train Shadowlands Engineering 1, and then they were able to use that toy and get around. Towers account bound makes travel pretty fast for alts. Lost my hardcore character at level 40 the other day. Was a good run. A very respectable high score. I'm looking to take a break. I'm gonna get up and go hug my puppy and be right back. 1 minute. Water good. Oh, kitty cat, you leaving? My poor puppy dog is so tired. He usually naps through the morning, and with all of our door knocking and coming and going today, he hasn't been able to have like a good, proper, normal moosey nap. And he's on the couch just like, Mom, I'm tired. I give him a smooch and let him sleep. That's the thing I'm working on now, is to show my puppy my love by giving him some space to rest. Because he's so cute when he's sleepy that all you want to do is snuggle him and pet him and give him scritches and give him love. And it's nice for a little bit, but then you have to walk away and you have to let the dog sleep because he's tired. And he needs it. He's a growing boy, and it's really hard work growing that big that fast. The guy's got like Lego bricks in his mouth for teeth, and like, oh, it's tough. It's tough work being a dog. Yeah, exactly. The Flame Rashik's Molten Heart, a widely acclaimed healer trinket that I actually got crazy lucky. I got out of my A black Slytherin pup. It appears! This is not a drill! Moose! Or, I shouldn't say that so loudly. I'm gonna wake him up. Yes. Flurry, Arcane Dash, Liftoff. Interesting. Okay. 864 health. I kind of want to wait out Liftoff. I wonder if he'll do it randomly? Yeah, there he goes. The howl's a bit superfluous. Moose, get out of there! Impressed that I remembered since I don't play healer, therefore do not have it. This would be good. Alas, it is getting nerfed, but there shall be new trinkets to chase. Maybe I'll write up a new little notebook page of like, Hazel's best in slot gear for Inksy. Season 3. That's what we're doing. Season 3. Maybe I'll be one of these people that does one key over and over again to chase like a trinket or something. I never make up lists like that until the patch is actually live though, because testing's good and all, but things change. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Berry Pink Cat. I have been missing that pet for this whole expansion. Fantastic. Oh, it's so cute. Frankie. All right. I have some notion before I figure out what else I'm diving into. I wanted to see if there were any Pet Battle World quests that I could knock out that offer upgrade stones and whatnot. I guess I can just get charms and then buy upgrade stones, because I've got all these new pets. I'd love to get some of them leveled and or... Ooh, a portal. Do you think I can make it? Heaven forbid I hold a thought. I guess I am farming coalescence. I suppose I am. Yeah, I had some notion about doing pet battles to get some stones to upgrade some of those things, or charms to buy the stones, but we also have 9,000 plus charms. I'm just, what if I run out of them one day, and then they add another pet and they want 9,000 pet charms for it, and then I have to go back and set up the Shadowlands mission table again. Oh, I wonder if that would make me restore deleted characters, because a lot of the characters I deleted were characters that had Shadowlands mission tables set up, and I just figured I was done with them. Squirrel in full effect. Oh, you know it. Well, especially because it looks like this one's almost done, so like we're probably really close to the boss. I kind of want the toy that makes the green friends spawn, the little crittery looking thingies. The other one I'm not too fussed about, although, you know, I wouldn't like say no if it was in front of me, but I suppose if I'm gonna be in the zone anyway. Do I have my new pet with me? I want to hang out with Frankie. Where's Frankie? Black Slytherin pet. Because it feels funny to have pets that I've like nicknamed that I haven't even fully upgraded. You know, what's that all about? It feels nice to have one cohesive main that I can kind of do all sorts of things on. know that this one was on one of these buttons. Maybe it was like that. Because I don't need those macros now. What do we get? 39 coalescence. Yeah, it's worth it, I would say. Brings us up to 82 of 500. Oh man, I'm getting all my profession knowledge drops. It's crazy. All you have to do is play the game, you don't say. Bunch of rares that would give it, but I don't know if people actually do those or not. Here, let's hearth before I get any crazy ideas about doing too many pet battles. Beast training stones, bandages, element. No. Let's hearth before we get any crazy ideas, and I'm gonna pick out another pet to work on for at least a little bit. I won't stay all the way till noon. I've got company this afternoon, and I kind of want to vacuum and leave time for lunch. I think that I'm just gonna have to be a vacuum twice a week kind of person, just because of pet hair and because of how much I enjoy it whenever it's like clean. It doesn't take that much work to vacuum, and it's so satisfying. And maybe it's okay if we do it twice a week. Perhaps one day I'll be a robot vacuum kind of person, but for now. All right, back we go into the depth of simple armoring. What's next? Robo Rock Vacuum changed my life. New vacuum lives up to expectations. It does a very good job. I am happy with it now that I've gotten used to it. It's definitely clunkier and less convenient to use than what I was used to. I had a cordless stick vacuum before, and now I have a corded canister vacuum. So it's definitely going to take me some getting used to like not trip over the cord and not vacuum over the cord and bring the canister with me when I have the hose and whatnot. I find myself bending over quite a lot to like get attachments or to press the buttons or to change the dial, which is a bit tough on my back, but I think I just need to do more squats. I think these are problems that I can manage. So we got all 4 of these pets today. We had a very productive day. We got all 4 of those wild pets, which means that we're now collecting out of the companions tab. Tobias for rumors. This one I got today as well, so that's done. Skarn, Aquapo, and the Teardrop Moth. So we tried Aquapo. Skarn from Cobrock and the Teardrop Moth from the Queen. Maybe we'll go take a look at that. There's something... Yeah, let's start with that. Let's calm down. And let's look at those before we get too carried away with anything else. So the Underlight Queen and Skarn. I have yet to try them within this spawn cycle, I'm pretty sure. I know we did Skarn last week, but that was last week. Let's go... I know that one of those 2 was up. Do I know that? I feel like one of those 2 was up. That's almost like knowing. Kind of vacuum. I got a Mila canister vacuum. I wanted something with a that was still bagless, but with a larger capacity. Didn't know about simple armory until your streams, and you've created a monster. Bracket positive. I did not keep the old vacuum. No, I sent it forward into its new life. Really wish I could figure out what class I want to play. Yeah, I just didn't want to store 2 vacuum cleaners. I am struggling with my office closet space. I need to take everything out of it and then kind of reorganize it and see if there's anything else I can let go of, because right now there's a big mess within my line of sight, and I think it's been causing me some stress. So Cobrock is up. Let's start with that. For a chance at the Skarn pet. If you clean the vacuum, you become the vacuum cleaner. Just hide everything behind the monitor. What does the green bar represent? That might be my flight speed weak aura that shows how fast my dragon riding mount is going and whether or not I have the vigor regen buff going. I have 2 vacuums. Sometimes I vacuum with my vacuum. 10 million quests in the minimap in Veldraken. At least 5 million of them are a one-time invitation quest to the Ruby Feast. Yeah, that would be a good idea for me to do. That's because my cockatiel gets feather dust everywhere. That's fair. That's fair. Mr. Moosey is a dusty boy. Kitty Cat has her own dust, and then her litter has its own dust as well. Enemy nameplate's called Plater, and I even have my Plater profile available. So there's my plater profile, and then Dragon Speed is my super intuitive shortcut in chat for showing my Dragon Speed weak aura indicator link. I wanted an indicator that kind of reminded me of the in-game UI, but also showed me a little tiny bit more information. There are other dragon riding weak aura packs that maybe do more, but I didn't want it to be too different. Should have guessed, right? Oh man. Of the new pets that I got today, Frankie. Where's Goopy? Goopy the Sunglow Cobra. Thanks, Saga. I used to have, and I'm pretty sure I still, unless I deleted it because it was like so out of touch. There used to be a commands command. Yeah, there is. And it's completely out of date. Half of those commands don't even exist anymore. And a lot of them, yeah, what I need to do is I need to kind of do an inventory and then update the commands command so that you have a repository. I don't know when I'll do that, but here, I'll make a note. Let's see, we did this. I bought the rust penetrator, that's good. Commands command. Commands squared. That'll do. Invited, joined, and then delist. That'll do. I love Power Infusion. It's so fun to give it to people. And I like that the Sun Priestess effect is in your talent tree now so that you can have it yourself and not have to have the debate as to how selfish you are on any given 2-minute cooldown. Alright, come on, Skarn. We can also check the auctionist to see how expensive these things are, but I had some notion about whether or not I was going to buy the BlizzCon digital goodies pack with BattleNet balance, and in Canadian, and with the amount of gold and stuff and the gold token price, it would be like 2 million gold, and I need to decide if that's worth it to me. I guess gold is gold, but I don't want to spend it with money. I earned 10k gold for giving someone PI? You did not tell me that. You're an entrepreneur. Any luck? Nope, not that time. /P. Thank you. Alright, so there was one other one that I needed to do, or needed to look for, that drops a pet that I don't have. The Underlight Queen. Here, let me go find it first so I don't make a fool of myself trying to figure out where it is. And then I'll list up another group if anybody still wanted to do that. Is she just here? She is just here. Alright. Starter group, and she drops a teardrop moth. Underlight Queen.
Give them a good thump, and they'll pop right back to being cute.
Moonkin customization has so many options. Liked Priest when I tried it. Changed it 10.1. It was weird. Wanted the Sarah Murloc pet, but I don't think BlizzCon Pass is worth it to me. It's very spendy. It's deeply spendy. Think of it as a 1 million gold pet and a 1 million gold mount. Yeah. And then they can get you with the FOMO because they're only available for limited time. I think the way they're getting me is that I've gotten the digital pets for the last X amount of BlizzCons. I don't know exactly when I started doing it, but I have the BlizzCon Murlocs, generally speaking. And it's possible that it would bother me to have a gap in my collection. Possible. Was a virtual ticket cheaper before? It certainly feels like it, but this is also the first year in a long time that I'm looking at Canadian prices, so it's possible the exchange rate's just doing my head in. In a raid, being the only priest present, people were fighting over my PI. I told him I'd PI the highest DPS in the meters. Tried to trade me 10k gold before he pulled, and jokingly said, "Pay me after!" And he did. 10k gold for a PI. I always joke about extorting my friends, but I've not done it. I don't think. I hope they know I'm joking. Good luck. These moth models are so gorgeous. Maybe a trinket or something. Spooked me a little bit. The pet it drops is called the teardrop moth. Oh yeah, that's right. I was going to dust cover absorbs damage. That's a large. That is a chunky damage absorb. I wonder if it times out. It doesn't look like it. I wonder if I could have interrupted it. I was not paying very close attention. I'll look more closely. Oh no, it's... I wonder if you could stun it? It's not interruptible. That's awful. No wonder people don't farm this. I wonder if there's like a trick to it. I don't have a stun. I have a fear. We are making progress. In 14 seconds, my VE will be back up. Don't you dust cover again. No, thank you. Haha. Thanks. A dragon shard of knowledge. And a disenchant item, and a dragon's crest fragment, and a crystal wing shield. Thank you very much. No luck with the pet, but it was worth a try. Appreciate it. That was awesome, guys. Thank you. Kill it before you get the shield up. Ew. I feel like a Mog set would incentivize WoW players, like we have the least resorts. I saw the mount and I saw the pet, and then there was like a banner toy, and then there was like a back banner transmog, maybe? I was kind of squinting at a graphic though, I didn't read an article. Make sure you don't die. Got the pet the other day, was so happy, sold it multiple times, spent a long time soloing it before, oh I bet. Yeah, let me check and see, so the teardrop moth. 138k. Skarn. 60k. Aquapo. Not on the auction list. Okay. Maybe that one's not tradable for whatever reason. Or maybe there's just none up. People still want Skarn for... Well, I mean, the thing that makes... that you combine with the tablet, that's just like a one-time thing. Do people want them for anything else? For like Cobra Rock, rather. Because I could see the benefit of spending 138k and then not farming the Underlight Queen anymore. But as long as you guys don't mind grouping up, if there's people around, I think that's kind of fun. If I'm still doing it next season, maybe I'll do more damage. I'll have fresh, shiny, new Season 3 gear. Can't be bothered with these pets right now. Wait until we can solo the elites down here. That's fair. That's reasonable. Our team's gonna have 3 priests and 5 paladins next season looking like. I wonder what our raid comp's gonna look like. Sometimes it just goes like that. We have a tendency to pendulum swing where we'll have too much of something and none of something else, and then 5 people will switch, and then we have the opposite problem. It's pretty unusual for us to have like a nice, calm, balanced raid comp. What am I looking for? I guess I was just kind of scanning for dragon races because I like the gold. Got a mystic item disenchant. Rumble purse to open. 4,900. If I was to take a look... Oh, that's right. Okay, so I was trying to farm for those 3 pets. I killed them all. I think I should maybe wrap up before I get myself into anything else. I think I should probably call it good. And then if we decide to do another pet collecting stream tomorrow, then I will look into a new project, because we crushed those wild pets today. That was great. I will stream again tomorrow. I may do more pet collecting. I may do some hardcore. It'll depend on whatever I happen to be in the mood for in the morning. In the meantime, I am going to depart for today. Back same time tomorrow. Appreciate you guys. If you ever want to catch up on YouTube, or pardon me, on stream VODs, and you don't like the Twitch player, I do upload all of them to YouTube, so there's a separate YouTube channel for that. I will link it if you wanted it. That is the wrong channel. I'll figure it out. Thank you guys so much, and I appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.